Joining us now from Purdue is head coach Sharon Versyp, along with junior guard Brittany Rayburn, junior forward Drey Mingo. Coach, an opening statement, please.
Just knew that the game today is kind of a mirror of two teams that play some great defense, and we knew that we had to attack the basket a little bit more, and that's what we did in the second half in order for us to go ahead. Drey and Brittany had a great offensive game for us, but I think our defense, the whole collective defense was amazing, and our guards really had to chase their players around because we have so much respect for their three-point shot. So we knew it was going to probably come down the last 3-4 minutes, and we were able to knock down our free throws, which is a strength for us.
Thank you, Coach. Questions now, first for our student athletes. Pat in the corner.
Can you just talk about that 9-0 run late in the second half that kind of then tied and you guys stretched it back out there?
I think that we just knew we had to crack down on defense. Like Coach said, we were really worried about their three-point shooting, and they started going off a little bit, and we knew right then we had to start cracking down on defense, and I think that got our offense going.
Just that.
Hold on. Mike.
Was there a mindset to be more aggressive offensively, though, trying to get to the basket and maybe get to the free throw line?
Yeah, I think that we knew some of our shots weren't falling. I took a couple shots quick, and they weren't falling, and I think we just knew we had to get to the free throw line, like Coach said, was our strength, and that definitely brought us back a little bit.
Just the deep three-pointer, Brittany, that you put there that stretched it to 9. Just were you feeling it a little bit? That it seemed like you had gotten it going a little bit offensively up until that point.
Yeah, I hit a couple layups and a couple free throws, and it just really felt like it was going. And Chelsea set a great screen and got me wide open, so I had to knock it down.
Either one of you, can you just talk about how you had held them to 0 for 12 to start the game, and yet you look up and it's 7-5 midway through the first half. Were you guys concerned that they were going to start hitting their three-pointers at that point? And how concerned were you that you were doing everything right defensively and it was still a ball game?
I think they did an incredible job of offensive rebounding. We needed to definitely do a better job of boxing them out, and I think that kind of contributes to why the game was so close, even though they were missing shots.
Drey, can you just talk about that 9-0 stretch? You hit a 3, Brittany had the three-pointer in the three-point play. Did you feel like that was kind of the cushion you needed at that point?
Yeah, definitely. I think, like as Brittany said earlier, we stepped up on the defensive end, and that really got us going offensively. So for us to be able to do that was a booster for our team.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Oh,
Brittany, big players make big shots in big moments, and you guys went on that 9-0 run. Just talk about how important that stretch was for you guys.
We knew at that point we had to get something going. We weren't hitting shots, and they were, and we had to be aggressive. Like Coach said, free throws are our strength, and in order to get to the free throw line, you have to be aggressive. I think that everybody started attacking. Simo had a couple attacks in there to get people open on the outside. You just had to get in and get some attacks because they were sagging in a little bit.
John.
Brittany or Drey, do you have any initial comments about having to face Connecticut tomorrow?
It'll definitely be a test for our team, but it'll be fun. This is what the tournament's all about, and we're really excited.
I have to agree. I think that we're excited to get this win. Right now we're going to enjoy the win and start thinking about UConn tonight, and I think we're just excited to be here and we're looking forward to the challenge.
Brittany, what does it say about the team that you were leading through most of the game and they came back and took a lead, but you guys didn't panic at that point?
Oh, it's huge. I think that shows our maturity. This team's been through a lot this year, and we've kept our head, and I think we've won a lot of close games, and I think that just comes down to maturity. And, people say, we don't have seniors, but the 6 juniors on this team really took charge, and I think everybody was really calm and collected and got it pulled out.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Thank you, ladies. You're free to go. Questions now for Coach. Mike?
Drey and Brittany kind of carried you offensively down the stretch, but for Courtney to get that three-point play when you're only up 1, to have somebody else step up in that situation, how big was that?
Well, that's what we discussed, it's like, somebody being able to make that next play. And, Courtney had a good floor game today, didn't shoot a lot. So, that was huge. That really kind of, started a lot of great things, and being able to, have a three-point play at that point obviously it got the excitement and it continues to get the confidence, but that was huge.
You guys got hit pretty hard on the boards, but did you feel like you didn't give up a whole lot of second chance points, and maybe that's a tribute to continuing to play defense well despite not rebounding well?
Yeah, and we haven't played a team. They shoot more threes than any team we played against, and it's hard. We defended the three well, but then it's hard to box it out too. So they kept shooting, and we kept trying to fluster them quite a bit. And the second chance opportunities, that's what we talked about. So they're going to continue to go 0 for 12. So we got to be able to get the loose balls and not let the second chance opportunities. And we just told our post to help out a lot because they weren't looking inside at all.
Coach, when you look at the scoreboard with just under 8 minutes left in the first half, you see you only have 9 points. Are you concerned any bit about the offense, especially considering the way you played defensively?
Sure. You're sitting there as a coach. You're like, okay, they're shooting 0 for 12. Let's be about 18-5 and get a little loose. But we've done that before. Again, it's those type of experiences that we had some good looks, we had some good shots. If we took ill-advised shots, that's when I'd be really upset. But I thought that the game would come. I think both teams are young. They haven't had the experience today. So all of a sudden, we kind of got ahead a little bit. That second half, you've already had that experience in the first half, and I think you saw that early on.
Any other questions for Coach?
Just the first half contributions from Antoinette, maybe to get you from a point A to a point B there.
Oh, yeah. Antoinette, she did some really nice things, was be able to defend and help out quite a bit. She had a great feel to her game. You really understand when she steps out on the court and she has that feel. And she had it today and was able to score down low for us, be real physical, shoot the three, be able to get to the foul line. So she kind of brought her whole package today. And I thought offensively that helped us in the first half, even though Brittany and Drey were our main looks. I thought that was big because of pretty much Antoinette's size compared to their guards.
Pat?
Talk about Drey's ability to hit the three-point shot and the outside shot, and does she look for that enough? She seemed to pass up a few after they gave me a few.
Well, that's probably my fault. She does look and shoot a lot of the threes. That's one of her key assets when we recruited her. And when she's really fatigued, I tell her not to take those, kind of swing the ball around, try to attack the basket, to take a break. Her body's been through a lot, and she still gets fatigued a little bit more. When she has the feel, when she gets it going, she definitely will always look for it.
Lori?
Coach, can you talk about playing UConn on Tuesday?
Yeah, we're on the national stage. UConn's best team in the country, so it's an opportunity for us to play at the highest level, to compete, to play as hard as possible, and enjoy the experience and make it extremely competitive, the best that we can.
Sharon, you switched your post rotation today with Chelsea getting the start, and then we didn't see Sam. Just were those matchup deals, or what were the decisions on those?
Yeah, it was matchups. You have the post players that they had in pretty much bigger, thicker players. And we've had to do that before, where we put Alex and Chelsea in at the same time and rotate Drey. And, and Sam Wood's been practicing very well, and she's a guard and can defend when they brought their shooter in. So it was more a matchup more than anything, but we needed the bigger bodies.
In the back?
Coach, one more thing about UConn. They're pretty visible, so I would assume you've seen a little bit of them. What are some of the key things about them that you're going to have to stress on your team between now and Tuesday?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, they run an amazing system and have very talented players, and they don't get rattled very often. When something breaks down, they continue to that second, third, and fourth option. And I think, for us is, we can't just do one thing in order to try to stop them. We're going to have to do a variety of things because we have so much respect for their talent and what they've done. But it's going to come down to, we feel we play halfway decent defense, but we've got to do a lot better on the boards, and we can't let them get up and down the court. They've just got so much quickness. They just love to run, and they're very good at that.
Any other questions for Coach? Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.